Notes from the Scarlet Shadow Part 1. Finally, I had made way to the monastery. I had heard that the kindly brothers had excellent goods for sale. There, I found a tool of war. A powerful flail to add to my growing assortment of weapons. Unfortunately, the monastery was not as peaceful as it first appeared. I was beset upon by a foul demon known only as the Host. I quickly vanquished him but found that he was not alone. Dispatching the Crimson Hand cultists was easy enough. The monks of the monastery were angered to see evil on their doorstep and before leaving offered me a vial of holy water. "This is to vanquish the demonic foes that pursue you," the monk stated to me. Meanwhile, Eliza ventured back to the manor house of Mayor Handbrug. She met there with the remaining town elders who, while accepting there was something amiss in the town, refused to offer her any aid. Dr. Edwards accompanied her but in frustration decided to venture onto the grounds to patrol the night with the militia that protected the estate. Cultists attacked there too, no doubt at the instruction of Sophie, the former midwife of the town. The doctor escaped but Eliza was struck a terrible blow. She awoke later under the care of the elders. Lucy stayed at the windmill and searched the area. Something had to be there. She spotted a murky barrel with something shiny in its dusky waters. She suffered a cut to the hand for her curiosity. I feel as if we are making little progress. Then, in the dark of the night, a terrible thing happened. Drowned victims in the area rose from watery graves to haunt us. One more aspect of the evil consuming the region that we must contend with.
Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mysticai on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 5 of a playthrough of A Touch of Evil. Going to get right into it. We had a pretty rough last turn. Ended up having really bad luck with this drowned dead coming out from the board as the watery graves bubbled up some undead guys in the marshes and the coastal areas, to a total of like 6 of them. It's just crazy how many came out, and it's going to make it tougher for us. And also I've been making something tougher on me in the gameplay, which I'll explain in a minute, in the form of a correction. So let's get to that. So one of the things, I've been doing this wrong actually. When it shows that the villain attacks, the unspeakable horror is not supposed to attack. You're supposed to place a crimson hand in cultists into the space, which is a lot wimpier than the unspeakable horror. So I've kind of shortchanged myself on a couple of things. I'm not going to take it back. I just want to make you aware of that, but we're just going to continue on. So that being said, we got to get right to our new turns, and I think in our new turns it's circle back around, starting now with first player token going back to Dr. Edwards, who is in the manor house, and we're going to see what he can do. He has no cards or anything. I'm trying to get items for these guys, but they're not finding anything, and when they do find something, they end up having to give it away. So let's get on with his turn and see what he can do. So here is Dr. Edwards up at the manor house. I guess he crossed paths with Lucy. He decided to visit the mayor and talk about how awesome and talented his daughter is, and see if he could find some stuff in the manor. He didn't. He went on patrol with the militia, though. That was kind of cool. Got some investigation for that. Let's roll for his movement. A 3. That means a 2. A 2 because of the fog. The fog is putting everybody at -1 movement. I think that he might linger. He's going to linger there, actually. He's going to stay. So he could say, move 1, 2. Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter. But he's going to linger there. So let's roll to see if he's got bad luck. He does not. So he is going to be there and draw another manor card. So let me get out the manor. And here are those cards right here. I'm going to put them down. We're going to draw one for the doctor. Now, the doctor is protected by some militia there, so that is helpful. What does he get? a rider's hat. Hey, an item. Finally an item. You may now roll an extra die for move each turn and choose which to use. The rider's hat does not count against your carrying limit. That is awesome. We'll take it. That marks the end of the doctor's turn. So he stayed there in a manner, he's trying to get some things done. But now we're going to go on to Liza, Lucy Hanbrook, who is at the windmill. She too is in a place where she has no items. She's got +1 spirit from something she got earlier. Let's see what she rolls. A 3, so it's going to be a 2 as well. I mean, man, that's just weak because the closest they can get to is here. I think she's going to linger again. She's done this twice now. She's bound to get something good out of the windmill. A 2. Oh, man. I don't know if you could see that. It was a 2. I was rolling her lingering effect, and she did not get affected. If we roll a 1, we get attacked, but she did not. So let's pull out the windmill cards and draw another one for her. There they are, and I'm going to back up just so I can show you the card when I draw it better. Let's see. Wow, she got, man, now we're getting somewhere. She got a hunting rifle. During a fight, you may roll your fight dice and resolve any hits before opponents get to fight back. That is really good. So we just got to make her tougher. So that was a very good draw for her. That also is going to end Lucy's turn. Now we're going to go to the Crimson Shadow. He's at the monastery. And frankly, he's got so much money, he may want to stay there too. Now, the monastery items do count as your 3 town items. So we have to keep that in mind because there's 3 towns to visit with 3 unique sets of items. So he may not stay there. We'll see. Let's see what he rolls first. Okay, here he is at the monastery. Let's see what he gets. A 2. That's a 1. So he could go to the North Docks, try and pick up these investigations. Or he can linger there. Or he can go here and pop over to the manor. He's got a lot of money. I think he's going to stay here too. Let's roll and see what he gets. He rolled a 3. So he was able to linger there as well. Man, there's no movement going on, but we're getting stuff, and that's important. So let's get out the monastery items, and I'm going to shuffle them up real quick and draw 3 that he will be able to take. Okay, let's draw them. Get the guide. We get a vial of holy water, and we get the burning censer. So let's take a look at these. Well, obviously the burning censer is the most expensive, but it says once per turn or showdown fight round, you may re-roll any number of the dice when making a spirit test. This includes when using a spirit instead of combat. Well, that does go in line with his cross, because he can use his spirit when using spirit instead of combat. That one adds spirit. So let's take a look at the vial of holy water now. Okay, vial of holy water. Discard to automatically do a d6 hits to any vampire, ghost, or demon. The unspeakable terror does count as a demon minion. You are fighting to automatically do 1 hit to a vampire, ghost, or demon villain. So you can do 1 hit to the villain automatically. Discard any time except during a fight round to heal 2 wounds or fully heal if keyword holy. That's pretty good. That only cost him 2 of his investigations. You may discard the guide to cancel and redraw any location you have just drawn. We'll put that back. I think we're going to take the holy water for 3. So we're going to shuffle those back into the item deck. We're going to take that holy water, and that is going to cost him 3 of his investigation. Now remember, he had a bunch. He's still got 7 after spending the money on the holy water. So there's his cost there. And let's see, we are going to now take that and put it in his stuff. Of course, that's not the end of his turn. Once he completed his transaction with the brothers, he also gets to draw or investigate the monastery by drawing a card. I may also have him investigate a town elder's secret. He's got plenty of resolve to do that with. Let's see what he gets. It says Test of Torment. This can't be good. Investigation, danger. Captured and held as a witch. Okay, so they sold me stuff and then sold me some holy water and then took me and captured me, tortured me as a witch. Put to the test of torment. It's okay though. If you don't survive, then you will have been found innocent. That's just wonderful. Make a combat +5 test using your base combat skill. If successful, gain +1 honor marker. If failed, take d6 wounds. Okay, well, let's get that roll done. It's going to be 4 dice. Because as you can see, the Scarlet Shadow's base combat is 4. He's already got 2 wounds on him though, so I hope he succeeds, because he cannot suffer a d6 wounds. If he rolls a 1, he'll be knocked out and lose stuff. So let's see what he rolls. Oh, he got a 6. Whew, man, thank goodness. Alright, so he did succeed at a combat plus 5+ test, which means he gets an honor marker. There's that, and that will go right up next to his honor on his board. So he is now at 7 honor. He's quite an honorable fellow. And it says also, no, that's all he gets. Okay, he gets that. So he got +1 honor. That's not bad. And he got the holy water and the flail from the monastery. So the monastery was a good place for him to visit. I knew it would be. I had this feeling. Okay, anyway, we're still not done, because he can continue. There's still actions he can take, and one of the ones he's definitely going to do is going to take him down to 5 investigation. He's going to spend 2, and he's going to investigate one of the town elders, and I think he's going to investigate Dr. Manning in the town, because Dr. Manning is useful too. He can help protect us in a showdown. Let's see what he's got. Little secrets. Okay, war criminal. What this town elder did during the War of Independence is shameful, to say the least. Here's the good part. No effect. There's no consequence. Yippee, Dr. Manning is clean. Unless, of course, we add secrets to him later. But there is something. Who does that if they get to... Oh, that's Eliza. She could have gotten 4 investigation if she had done that on him. Anyway, that is good. That means we finally got an elder that didn't die or turn evil. Okay, and that's going to be the end of the Scarlet Shadow's turn. So we got just Eliza the Witcher to go. Okay, so Eliza's still here at the church where she was trying to head to the manor. Let's see if she can get there. She's got a little injury on her. She can get to the doctor. He can heal it. But let's roll and see what she gets. A 6. Okay, she can definitely get some movement in here. Let's see. Okay. She's just going to go to the manor. Yeah, that's all. So she moved up to the manor. Let's get the manor cards back out. Boom, there we go. And see what she gets. Meeting of the elders. Gathering in Lord Hanbrook's study, the elders of the town have invited you to join them in their discussion of recent events, the dark evil that has descended upon the town. Perhaps you are finally going to gain their trust, or finally gaining their trust. Make a spirit and honor 5+ test. Gain 1 investigation for every 5 roll. Well, that is good. Well, her honor's low, but her spirit's a 4, so at least she's going to get some decent dice there, and there's nothing really bad that can come out of this. So here's 4 dice. She's going to get to roll 4 dice for her spirit. She did not roll a 5, unfortunately. And then 2 dice for her honor. Wow. Bonkered that, didn't she? Well, big sigh there. Oops. I thought I put that away already. That was a total waste of time for Eliza. She got nothing out of that card, and that is a shame, because that would have been good. You get some investigations out of that. But she's here at the manor with the doctor. Don't know what that does for her. I mean, she has her charmed relic, which is helpful. Wait, no, that's for drawing locations. Okay, but that is going to mark the end of the players' turns. So I'm going to push all these dice off to the side. And then we got a couple things that are going on. First, we're going to do the summoning ritual, which you have become accustomed to. So let's get out the layer deck right here. Boom. We're going to draw one. The North Docks. God, we're continually hammering that area. And I keep... You know what I did is in between plays, I shuffled that again just because I was worried that it wasn't shuffled well enough. And I'm still drawing stuff from the middle board. So we are going to put a token right there. Then we're going to roll a d6 and see what appears there. A 4. We've been rolling that one a lot. The 4 is the Crimson Hand. So let me get one of those. Okay, the Order of the Crimson Hand appears at the North Docks. Bummer. Okay, but now that's not all, because we also have these guys, the Drowned Dead. At the start of each mystery phase, move them all one toward the town center. So we're going to do that. Let me show you what that looks like. So we got 1 here in the marsh. It's just going to move right there. We have 2 here. This one's going to move here. And, well... 1, 2, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's going to move this way toward the coast. And then, got some bad stuff happening here. So, one of these is going to move in here, and another one's going to move in here. I'm going to move this one first before I tell you what happens next. I actually think we have to roll. We're going to roll here to see which way that one goes. Let's see. It rolls a 3, so it is going to go the way I directed it the first time. Okay, and now we have 2 of these dead in the town square, so that is bad news for us. So what happens in this case is we're going to remove one of these from the board. One of them is going to stay there, unfortunately, and I'm going to put this one away. But then because one got removed from the board, the shadow track is going to move one down. You see this right here, it says +2, so we're going to take this +2 and we're going to put it on the unspeakable horror. So his wounds are now at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 4, so 42. Yeah, because it's his health. I got to remember, I'll calculate that right, but I believe it's his health times the players. So, yeah, he's really gross at this point and continuing to get tougher. But that's the consequence. The shadow track moved down 1. Now, however, you do notice that it does make buying a layer card to find where he's at a little cheaper. We're starting to narrow down where he's at. Personally, I think he's somewhere in the middle board on Echo Lake, because that's where all these circles keep popping up. Or it could be a ruse of the Crimson Hand to throw us off where he's really at. Anyway, that was we haven't even gotten to the rolls yet, guys. So now we got to roll on our cooperative mystery chart. So guys, I'm pretty amazed I haven't forgotten a whole bunch of things, because this game gets more and more complicated as it goes along, but I've been trying to track it carefully. I think I'm doing okay and not forgetting steps along the way, except for I was messing up the unspeakable horror when he actually attacks. So, 8. We have not had oh, murder, that's not good. Okay, draw, well, so first off, murder for the unspeakable horror is slightly different. Let's get him out and see. Put him up on the screen for you now. It says human sacrifice anytime the mystery card murder is played. Oh, mystery card. Roll a d6 on a roll of 4 plus. Put a crimson hand at the same random location as the investigation. That says murder card. This is not a murder card, but I think it might. Oh, it says draw a random location and place 3 investigation there. Move the shadow track 1 step towards darkness. This counts as though the mystery card murder were played, so we do that. Okay, so first we're going to draw. This is actually not as bad except for the shadow track going down and some of the things we've seen. So we're going to draw a random location. It's probably going to be in the middle board. The covered bridge, it is not. Okay, so it is in our main board, so let me move some things out of the way. Okay, here is the covered bridge. So someone was murdered at the covered bridge, so we're going to place 3 investigation tokens there. But because it's the unspeakable horror, we are also going to place a Crimson Hand cultist there. Man, monsters are going out on the board faster than we can spit at them. Okay, now, and one more thing. We must also move this shadow track down 1 more to 15. We're running out of time. Anyway, we're going to now we have to draw our mystery card. Okay, big stack of mystery cards here. What do we get? So it's a deadly encounter. How many times are we going to pull this card? I swear. Every hero must immediately roll a d6. Whoever rolls the lowest roll off. If tied, must resolve a single fight round with the villain. Now we know that I did that wrong. We're actually going to place a Crimson Hand there and fight that. And it'll be there, actually. So if we defeat it, great. If we might have to flee or whatever. Okay, let's do that and see. So I'm going to roll a d6. So the Doctor gets a 6. Lucy gets a 5. The Scarlet Shadow gets a 5, and Eliza gets a 2. So a Crimson Hand is going to attack Eliza. Not sure if that's good. That sounds pretty bad to me, but let's keep going. Okay, so we are immediately going to have to deal with one of the Crimson Hand. Now, you know that they have a fight dice of 2 and wounds of 4, and we're going against Eliza the Witch Hunter. She's only got a combat of 2. She's not very helpful here. She might end up fleeing the scene. But let's see. Let me think about this for just a moment more. Yeah, I wanted to check something. And so actually, they're going to fight, even though they are attacking Eliza. I think the minion rules trump the card in this sense, where since I put that Crimson Hand there, which is kind of a deviation from the way that you would normally do this card, they're going to actually attack the Doctor first and have a fight round with the Doctor. Because he's got a higher honor, and they always attack the one with the higher honor first. Now, they're both going to have to fight them in the same round. So first off, let's do a fight round with the Doctor and them. So the Doctor's going to roll 2 dice. He missed horribly because he's such an awesome fighter. And then the Crimson Hand is going to roll 2 dice, of which they hit once. That puts a wound on the doctor, just one though. And okay, now, yeah, I think the doctor's going to flee. He's going to move here instead of continuing to fight. So now they're going to fight Eliza. Eliza also has a 2, so she's going to try and take him on. She hit once. That's not great because I don't want to hit them just once. And that will not give her an investigation. It's different than this card. I know it says that you gain one investigation instead, but I'm assuming that because instead of the fight round you place a creature into their space. Oh, you know what, guys? Hold on. I'm going to take that back. I got to roll an extra die for the militia on the with the doctor. He may have. He did. He actually did wound him. So, but that means that when it attacks Eliza back this turn, it's going to have 3 dice. And Eliza needed to roll an extra die as well. She did not do anything more. But if I do take a wound, I can give it to the militia. 2 wounds. So yeah, I think we'll kill the militia. Boom, they're gone. And Eliza will take a 2nd wound. And then now the doctor. Oh, that's right. The doctor fled. Sorry. Okay. Now Eliza, I think, is she. Oh, 2 wounds. I think she got them, didn't she? No, they take 4. Well, does she want to try and get lucky and try and get them again? I don't know. What do you think? Oh, she can take a wound. Let's see. Well, I rolled it off, but she did get 1 6. That's not enough to do them in. That puts them up to 3. That means this round they're going to fight with 3 dice, but next round they'll fight with 4. Actually, this round they fight with 4. Okay. So reason being is they get +1 die for every wound they have, and at the time of the attack they had 2. She just added 1, so they're going to have 4 dice and no hits. That is awesome. So Eliza's going to stay and fight. Come on, Eliza, get him. No, gosh, ugh. And 4 dice back at her. Let's hope she continues to get lucky. She did not. She took 2 more hits, which is going to knock her out. Okay, they just KO'd Eliza. That's awesome. Boom, and that happened in the mystery phase again, right? Bummer. Okay. So I should have fled with her, and I didn't. Tried to defeat them. She only has 1 item, so she's going to end up losing her charmed relic. That is going to go back to the town item deck. Boom, and that is the end of that. So that was the mystery card. That actually ends the turn. Thankfully, right? I mean, because these have been really bad for us. Anyway, that's going to end the turn, and we're going to stop there. The board's getting kind of busy. I got to make sure I keep track of things correctly. Whew. Okay, we left some Crimson Hand at the manor. That's not good. We've got them everywhere. They're starting to surround us and stop us because we haven't gained enough armament to really fight them. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tagging along. It's been a lot of fun. I love your comments and discussions. Really appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon.